previously in this game, we solved the Civil War of Onderon by murdering the opposition as Jedi are wont to do. Yes, I'm very well aware. But I like for it. Not more, but I like for it. Shadow the Hedgehog edgy version for it. Hey, now that's not true. Just because the one and only Dark type gym user in all of the Pokemon series uses an evolved version of Linoone, doesn't mean it's Shadow the Hedgehog. Yes, Shadow the Hedgehog. Piers has come to make an announcement. Linoone the Pokemon is a very good boy. I love Piers. Piers is great. Yeah, previously we solved the Civil War, so I guess we were just gonna, like, leave the planet forever. Or something.
Iridonian, I would like to speak with you about your assistant.
My assistant? Oh, right. What is it?
I believe he has it in his head that my relative size is comical. I find his disparaging beeps and whistles to be quite annoying.
I thought only utility droids had size issues.
If I am to continue to operate with him, I would appreciate it if you spoke with him about this. Otherwise, I will be forced to find a more permanent solution.
Hey, Goto. I have a permanent solution for you. You harm that cute little beep boop, and you and I are gonna have issues. Do we understand each other? Where's the damn 45th potion? Okay, last I checked, I had gained influence with Kreia. Probably not enough for her to spill the beans, though. Swinging around a lightsaber in the room like that. Not a robot who threatened my cool beep boop friend. Okay, where's, like, there's a save way down here I could probably start working on. Instead of just making a new save every single time. Hello!
Yes? Have you come with questions?
I need to have Visas's master.
He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the Dark Lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows what you are. Not yet. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of feeling that exists within him. Keep his slave close to you. I suspect there was a reason he spared her, and perhaps a reason that she survived when the rest of her people and the Jedi did not.
I mean, wait, he's no longer a man?
One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the Blinded One. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master.
You have any idea why he spared her?
Perhaps he is bound to her, as I am bound to you. If so, there may be a death served by hers. You must be prepared to sacrifice. Ask.
And questions about how Revan amassed such a huge force against the Republic.
Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath her? How she made them hers?
She was a powerful presence. There was little one did not believe when she spoke it with conviction.
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts, strong Influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few.
I thought teachings of the Sith came from Korriban.
Oh, did they? No, Revan met no Sith empire, yet she learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how she did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly?
What do you think? Do you have any ideas?
Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes?
And other questions. Did you know, Revan?
I misspoke.
Dang. Okay, so I still don't have enough influence for that. And I doubt I ever will, because Kreia and I are always gonna, like, butt heads. Wrap up around her chin and cheeks. I'm not sure. I think so. Ultra turtleneck, yeah. I'm not gonna go full sitcom mode here. I am gonna like move on. I kind of want to go back to Dantooine to talk to see if the Jedi are there and converse with them. Alright, Atten.
Something up?
Can I get you some questions?
All right.
Okay, is it still too sore to talk about your past?
Yeah, well...
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I can't go to Omron still. But we find more HKs, and I bet they say the exact same thing they've said the last 87 times we fought them. Probably. Coolio. I probably don't need to hold these levels right now. Skills you can recommend. A bunch of stealth, like a lot. I am never not gonna put into treat injury. Or persuade for that matter. I'll put 4 into repair, why not? And spies jokes that ever say they're welcome, yeah. Powers. That would be really good. Okay, but that's the entire party. Yeah, let's do energy resistance, I think. Well, what's the difference between +4 and +6? Yeah, let's just do energy resistance. Let's go down that tree. Oh, wow, you gain 2 levels. Attributes! You're gonna recommend Dex? I disagree. Oh, it also increases character's defense. Maybe I'm like charisma. Do I dare go heavy on her? I don't think I need to. I have Flurry for some awkward reason. I think I started with it. I'm not sure though. It's been a while. And powers again. Okay, really improved energy resistance. Except Freya. Arm specialist again. An improved flurry, yep. Then master flurry. You don't really need speed. It's not like the way above's actually. We get another level up. Right, because I was holding level ups during all of that. Now let's put it all in the stealth. Why not? Powers. Better res. Okay, you didn't get that second level up, but you're probably really close to it at any rate. Okay. Now let's save. Morgan Dairy Queen R&D, yeah. Force sprinkles. First, let's go into the building. Alright, Q, hear me out. What if they did an episode where Jigglypuff sang a song, and everybody fell asleep because Jigglypuff used to sing, and Jigglypuff got mad and drew on their faces with marker? I don't think this has been done before.
Thanks for your help with the mercenary.
Okay, nothing new. And it won't fall out. Great idea. Shame they didn't include that in nearly every episode for 3 seasons. I think it's a pretty good idea. They could probably put it in every episode and it would never, whoops, never get old. Okay, actually, hold up. Do I want heavy armor? That's light armor. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think I need. Wait. Oh, that's restricted to dark side. That's right. Should only put them to sleep 55% of the time. I mean, yeah. Well, maybe Jigglypuff just has, like, the most insane luck ever. It's an AI, it has 100%. That's also true. I've seen the computer miss sing once or twice. It's probably about a 90 for the AI. Jigglypuff to competitive Pokemon. Bring a Jigglypuff versus Smash. Oh, damn it, again. That was Mario and Link. Link is never getting into Smash. There's too many versions of Link out there, so it'd be kind of hard to pick which one they would include. And God forbid they actually put all of them, you know? Because HTML coding is the most efficient coding language there is, and I think it's the way of the future. So I think Smash could get the heads up on not only being a competitive fighting game, but also an advanced programming language. These guys are dead. Fire Emblem getting this Smash too many characters, so they didn't include every single one. I unironically want a Fire Emblem character in the next Fighter's Pass, not gonna lie. I hope they have a sword. Whether or not they use it as like part of their kit, I hope they have one. Mario teaches programming. Mario teaches C++. Themed Fire Emblem, yeah. Somehow I don't think Rook is, like, here. I've never played a Fire Emblem game. Mostly because, like, the core mechanic of the game is permadeath, and it's one I, like, very vehemently don't like. Can I just, like, return to ship? I don't know why I came here. I wanted to, like, see or something, but, like... Slowly being fade out and made optional. I don't mind it existing. Like, I don't, like, I'm not the type of person, if this doesn't exist, take it out and I'll play it. I mean, I am to an extent, but, like, less a demand and more of a, I would play this without kind of thing. This isn't my cup of tea. But I'd rather just, you know, have something not be my cup of tea. My teaches programming, but it's just SMW Ace. Oh my god. mandatory feature to optional challenge. And that's fine because it makes the games more inclusive to like a wider audience. I understand it from that perspective, but as a player, I don't necessarily want that. Like, I'm okay with the series standing on its own, holding to its guns, and just not being for me. I'm not gonna whine at Fire Emblem to make that a thing. Granted, Fire Emblem did that, so this isn't a good example of what I'm trying to convey. But, like, I'll probably try out one of the new Fire Emblem games, but at the same time, I personally feel like, not that I'm missing out, like, it's kind of hard to, like, what am I trying to say? Like, I don't feel like I'm actually playing the series proper if I'm not playing a game as it was, like, designed, you know what I mean? Like, I'd get Three Houses if it ever went on sale, but Nintendo doesn't do that. Fire Emblem is phasing out of it, can Pokemon phase into it, as long as it's optional. They can add a Nuzlocke mode as long as I never have to personally touch it. Like, if I'm not forced to touch it specifically. They kinda do. Or Nintendo doesn't like sales, yeah. I was about to say. They don't hate sales, yeah, they kinda do. Let's be real. Like, I kinda wanna get Three Houses, I kinda also don't wanna pay $60 for it. Or $50 or whatever it is right now. Like, I don't have that kind of money to drop on a game I may or may not like. Like, realistically, I would probably love Three Houses. It's a tactical RPG in a different style than I'm used to. It would probably be a breath of fresh air to me. But I don't want to take that risk for a game. You know, I don't have that kind of money, you know? An expensive paperweight, yeah. Half off at Target for a week. Well, that was a week I wasn't around. Okay, so... Been to Narshada, obviously been to Telos. Blew up that planet. Okay. I'm out of options. Let's go to Korriban.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
An adequate job, pilot. Perhaps here there is some trace of those who pursue us. I sense that we may be truly alone on the surface.
There are signs of life on the surface. Beasts by the dozen. So don't worry, you won't be quite as lonesome as she makes out. You might want to keep your, lightsaber sharp. Or do whatever you do in these situations.
Although I think that the pilot's mechanical devices are probably accurate. If there are Sith here, their numbers are few and they are hidden.
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. This place merely tolerates sentience walking upon it. It is pleased to have been left alone. There is great power here for those with the ambition to use it. There is great power in this place, for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy.
What happened here?
It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban to subdue any potential Sith insurgents, but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith Lords escaped Korriban, fleeing to remote sections of the galaxy.
You think that there are any living Sith here?
As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith Lords would not ignore such a powerful place. There is much that can be learned, even here. You should go to the ruins of the old academy. If there are any traces here of Sith, that is where they would be.
Cat, let's go then. Let's mosey.
If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me.
Why?
I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that you should learn.
Alright, well, stay here, keep the engines primed in case we need to leave quickly.
I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you and provide guidance when needed. The Academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy fills these ruins, and even the fallen Sith live still.
Bully. I cannot bring Kreia with me. Which sucks because she's kind of my strongest party member. I think Mira or Mandalore might be my next best bets. It just means that I have to play personally very defensive. I'm like, hey, nah, basically. Well, considering she admitted at once upon a time in that cool FMV that she was a Sith and then killed by the other Sith Lords or something. That, and it's also kind of implied that she trained Revan back in the day. Even though she won't admit that to us yet. So, like, yeah, I can kind of understand the I don't want to be tempted back into that old life or whatever. That or she's gonna scheme and do her own thing as she wants to do. I'm, like, beginning to trust Kreia less and less by, like, the minute, really. So Visas isn't obvious. Beater and Handmaiden are an obvious no. Could bring T3, but I can't keep him alive because heal doesn't work on droids, so it's basically between Mandalore, Atton, and Mira. I think I'm gonna bring Mira. Because I went through all that trouble to, like... through all that trouble to, like, get her a lightsaber. Okay, that's a 2 to 16, that's staying. That's a 3 to 24, that's staying. Okay, that's a 2 to 16. But that also doesn't, that's short, so it doesn't have, like, the penalty. Maybe I'll upgrade them. Oh, but I can't upgrade Freedom Nads, so... Ooh, I kinda want that on mine, dang. Okay, it's the Reyna's main crystal, isn't it? Yeah. That is attack 1, damage 1, energy. Physical 1 to 6. Wisdom and charisma. Wow. Damage 1 to 10 cold. Kinda like this though, the crit thing. Damage plus 2, energy. whatever that is, a really bad defense bonus. And then damage 1 energy, 1 ion. Bonus versus droid. Ooh, massive crit. Ooh, yeah. Okay. And I didn't save any of that. I should give that to him instead, because it has the charisma. Which means congrats. Actually, no. I don't want to, like, I kind of want to give that to Craig. Silver, green, violet, orange, viridian. Viridian. That's cool looking. What about straight green? Like, no difference? Okay. Oh no, it's a little, okay. I'll give you the defense 1. And an attack 3. I'm not gonna mess around with that. Okay, cool. I think I have armor stuff as well. Wow, camera got weird there. Sauce and Mira. Is she still under an energy shield? Wow, nice.
The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
Ready?
Okay, let's do that. Power. Goodness me. Since you're like really heavy light side. Being back on this planet kind of makes me nervous for reasons I don't fully comprehend. Maybe because it's the last one.
The broken corpses before you are all that remain of the Sith on Korriban. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. It would be best to leave them be.
I'm gonna go ahead and listen to that, even though I want to loot them, but like I don't know, I'm just gonna, like, listen to Freya, or Kreia here. Cause, like, she would know. I don't trust her, but I trust her this far. If that makes any sense. That fell recently by the looks of it. So for context, this is the Sith homeworld in KOTOR 1. And essentially, like, the Sith homeworld for, like, however many years and decades.
This way leads to the tomb of Ajunta Paul, a fierce Sith Lord. According to legend, the blade proved more fearsome than the Master, leading to his demise.
Tell me more.
Ajunta's dark spectre lived on through the centuries until Revan entered the Sith Lord's tomb in search of the blade. Revan calmed the angry ghost of Ajunta Paul and showed him the path back to the light.
You sound like you're not happy about that.
One who has fallen so far and done so much evil does not deserve redemption. In a way, such a turning from one's nature is cowardly, a betrayal of the self.
I don't think anyone is beyond or beneath redemption, Kreia. No one.
Perhaps, but redemption is a form of spiritual collapse, a fall few recover from.
Okay, so Revan took the blade, then what?
Unknown. Some have suggested that the blade led to Revan's demise, as it did Ajunta Paul. That is only speculation, however. Where Revan wanders now is knowledge that only Revan holds.
Hey, I gained influence! I didn't expect to gain influence. So can you tell me about Revan yet? I gained like 1 influence. May I have a cookie of tell me your backstory?
Yes. I misspoke.
Dang. For the record, I didn't expect that to work. So I don't suppose I can enter the temple. It looks pretty collapsed. Yeah, invisible wall, no sign of door. This isn't where we landed in KOTOR 1 either. This was like where we ended up. We landed way the hell back that way, so it's like doing the planet backwards.
Before you is the tomb of the great Sith Lord, Marka Ragnos, a half-breed who possessed tremendous strength, both physically and in the Force.
Tell me more.
Ragnos held power for over a century, using his cunning to turn his enemies against each other. His death left a great vacuum of power. We're standing close to the spot where Naga Sadow first confronted Ludo Kresh to vie for domination of the Sith. Their struggle nearly resulted in a civil war that would have torn the Sith apart before they ever threatened the Republic.
Sounds like civil wars are common among the Sith.
Yes, it is the way of the Sith. They must continually test their strength against each other, even if it means destroying themselves.
So what happened between Sadow and Crash?
As fate would have it, a pair of hyperspace explorers from Sinagar landed on Korriban. Naga Sadow manipulated the Sith into believing they were a sign of impending Republic invasion. This fear resonated with many Sith who were discontent with the lack of expansion of the Sith Empire during the reign of Marka Ragnos. Thus, Naga Sadow became Ragnos' successor.
I didn't get any influence. I love that you can just tell Kreia to heck off at any given point, but I want to learn more. And potentially gain influence to try and get that Revan backstory. Oh good, it's our good friends HK. Who wants to throw down a hot and juicy point of non-existence if these guys throw the exact same lines at us that they've been throwing at us the entire game?
Unnecessary.
Called it.
Failing, Master.
Look at that one try to run.
Failing, Master.
Okay, I kind of want to do that, but I don't know. Because I get the feeling when I beat this last planet that the plot is going to carry me forward, not into endgame fully, but like pretty darn close. So like, part of me wants to go take care of that.
Command. You will talk. Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me. Do your worst. Agonized exclamation. My photoreceptors! My photoreceptors! Statement. I shall up the charge of your circuits next time. Now, answer the question. Posturing statement. I will never talk. Statement. Then I will have to settle for your screams.
That is one sick droid.
Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Allow me to share it with you. Statement. The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos. I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
It's on Telos, eh? Gain DXP for that one now. Systems failing, master. Why do droids scream? I don't know. Those screams were something else. Yeah, those were interesting. Those were Order of Ecclesia English voice acting levels of interesting. I've been playing Order of Ecclesia with Japanese voice acting literally just for comparison's sake. And it's kind of flat compared to how interesting the English voice acting is in that game. If I ever stream Order of Ecclesia like by itself, it's gonna be with English voice acting. Yeah, let's go do the HK plot while I know I can, kind of thing. Oh my god. Something failing out there. Okay, we're on Telos. Alright, we're not on Korriban. You can leave the ship now. Unless I have to bring HK. Realized I could have used this the whole time. There we go. You okay there, video game? Or is Windows doing a thing it's not supposed to be? Windows is fine for right now. Let's play. Hi, can I go down to the surface?
So you've returned.
I don't have anything for you, but thanks for saving my life.
Welcome to...
Okay, I am on Telos. Maybe I needed HK, maybe... Is that the thing? I don't know. Let's go check on my phone again. Oh no, this is dogs. House When Your Robot Plays Fortnite, episode 72543. We have yet to acquire chicken dinner. You just like die within the first like 30 seconds of the match every game for like 72,000 episodes. They have 12 subscribers. You okay, video game? You're not doing so hot there. Oh no, now something is actually using disk. Does Chrome mind telling me what it's doing using disk? Yeah, I heckin' thought so. God bless Circuit Corp, they're still calling me. It's been like a year, they're still on the phone. Hi, can I go down to the surface? That phone is still ringing. No, one living being exists. Living being that can keep that call going. I have switched to a Minecraft Let's Play after the inherent failures of 72,000 episodes of Fortnite. Okay, well it's on Telos, so I can't seem to like do anything here though. Batu, if I didn't know any better, I would say you're acting really sus. Maybe I gotta talk to HK? Cause like, I'm on Telos. I don't know where this factory is though. Maybe I gotta bring HK?
Query. Ready to...
Oh, okay, that's all you had. No, wait, I want a blaster rifle. Damage 1.
Sir. Query. Theory.
I know I didn't have to go to the Ebon Hawk to switch party numbers for the record. I just thought I'd talking to him right then and there. Oh, hey, Mocha the Small Hero, thank you so much for the host. I appreciate it.
Kawana bota.
It's like one last place I can check. That's that one criminal guy with that one dude who's locked up for literally ever. Well, actually, I could check the canteen. I haven't been here in a minute. People like drinks. God, this track takes me back.
Hey there!
Sealed module door. Hey, HK, can you get this open?
Yes, master.
No. Okay, I'm not really sure. Maybe, yeah, maybe the crime guys. That's the Zerka offices. not sure. I came back to Silos. Granted, Citadel Station, but I didn't see like another option or anything. Hey there, guy. I can't free you. The console with which I can't use while the guy's there, and I didn't kill the guy. So that's your life now. I could try and get your cell relocated to my old cell, you know, where the phone is ringing forever, so you know you at least have some background noise forever. Okay. Let me try one more thing. And if this doesn't pan out, I will just go back to Korriban and just, like, you know, deal with it or something. That's what I was thinking too, yeah. Oh, is it? That's an unfortunate canonical name. It actually is, but that's extremely unfortunate. That is a, you hate to see it. Why is this the worst thing ever? I have no idea. This is my life for the next, like, 10 minutes or something. I can't exactly get on this shuttle to, like, go down to the planet proper. Actually, hold on. Yeah, there's just not a quest here. Whatever it was is just like gone from my logs. Wonder if that's like one of the infamous rushed unfinished things with this game that probably couldn't even been like patched in with the content restoration. I'll have to ask Nope about that someday. You alright there, HK buddy? Which case the sliding feature on, yeah. Oh wait, no, I don't need to do that. I just need to go down to the dock here. Okay, so I guess I just have to deal with HK units attacking me at every planet for the rest of my life. Because I can't seem to... It's not like a quest that I can do any longer. Is it implied that we actually, like, bombed Telos or something? is my guess. Anyway, back to Korriban, I guess. That's odd, but yeah, sure, I guess. This game was Christmas Rush to hell and back. From what little I know of this game, there's a reason I'm playing with a mod. The content restoration mod is because this game was like horribly unfinished, but rushed out like I want to say a year, maybe 2 years after the first. I don't actually know for sure, but yeah. Okay. And I played like every single Discord notification I have ever received in my life. Okay. Oh wait, one day I'll learn to properly navigate my space boat. Today's not that day. I got a little bit more history before I stop this block and then finish Toho Luna Nights, then plat KH2 for...
Ahead lies the tomb of Naga Sadao, successor to Marka Ragnos, and the Sith Lord responsible for nearly conquering the Republic in the Great Hyperspace War a millennia ago.
Tell me more.
More recently, this tomb was where Revan confronted Uthar Vin, the leader of the Sith Academy. When Revan left Korriban, the Sith Academy was thrown into turmoil. With their leader gone, many fought for the right to rule. And so, the Sith here turned on each other, resulting in the carnage you can see covering the surface of this valley.
And I again suppose I can't actually go in. The music here is so dramatic, like... Star Wars music is always... It's always good, but it, like, in terms of, like, actually fitting what's going on, it's always been a little over... Hottest take on the planet, and I like John Williams' music. I think it's good. I think it's a bit much, and kind of makes Star Wars a little bit more dramatic than it actually is. But the music here on Korriban right now gives it, like, the proper sense of foreboding. Like, eerie, deserted, but lingering traces of, good God, what the hell happened here going on. And it's not often I feel like it's super appropriate. I don't think John Williams is overrated. I think he's an absolutely brilliant composer, does a lot of great music, but it's personally not my cup of tea. I find it a bit over dramatic for what is being conveyed. Which is good for Hollywood because, you know, Hollywood has to be subtle as a brick to get anywhere.
This was the tomb of Tulak Hord, known as the greatest lightsaber duelist of the Sith Lords.
Tell me more.
His skill was considered remarkable even in his time, when many true lightsaber masters lived.
What made him so good? Actually, are you saying modern Jedi are poorly skilled with the lightsaber?
If you were to face an ancient Sith Lord in combat, you would learn that we are as children playing with toys compared to the prowess of the old masters.
What made him so good?
That is unknown. But supposedly, he created a holocron to teach his technique to other Sith. The holocron would have been laid to rest in his tomb. Unfortunately, Tulak Hord's tomb was among the first penetrated by the grave robbers of the new Sith Order. If the holocron has survived, I doubt anyone living would know its location.
Gray is a Gen 1er. You know, you're not wrong. She has that vibe for sure. Alright, I'm gonna put this out here right now. If she doesn't betray us, if Kreia doesn't turn on us, especially that I'm going light side, I will be the biggest surprised Pikachu face ever. Like, that has been very, very unsubtly foreshadowed since we met, basically. I don't know what her role is going to be, but she's gonna pull a Bastila and leave us. I don't know. Like, if she doesn't, I am completely shocked. Like, that's just being built up. She has a very big respect for true knowledge and wisdom, which is kind of a gateway drug to the dark side of the Force, as seen in, like, most canon works, which I personally disagree with. Because, you know, Jolee Bindo was actually a Grey Jedi. But, Kreia holds a lot of respect for the Sith that came before her. And she's acting like a Grey Jedi, kind of, but I can tell, she's way different than Jolee Bindo of, I don't care, y'all both got problems. Because Kreia actively rejects when I do anything light side related, so.
Here, you can just barely see the Sith archaeologists' efforts to uncover relics of the ancients.
Tell me more.
The new Sith Order sought to progress quickly by finding objects of power. I can only imagine what was lost forever due to the carelessness of these excavators. Now the excavation has been almost completely undone by 5 years of wind and sand. So does Korriban protected secrets.
If I become influential, make it your goal. Wow, nice. You're not wrong again, though. More like they dug up a little bit, got killed. Because they're like in the middle of a bunch of Sith. They were Sith excavators, they weren't like actual archaeologists or whatever. But the Sith kind of eat their own, like, all the time. You should learn to get good. That is the Sith mythos, yes. Where if you got betrayed and killed, you were too weak. Like, no joke. That's basically, the Sith can kind of be boiled down to get good. Especially in... This is relatively ancient compared to, like, the movies and stuff, but, like, when the Sith were in power, it was basically get good. Betrayal is a part of Sith culture and Sith lifestyle. It is expected, it is celebrated. The only thing that... the Sith exist to pursue power for power's sake. They want power and they don't give a damn how they get it or how, and if you lost it, then you weren't strong enough. And that is in all walks of Sith life. So, yeah. Get good, you kind of, like, I know you're not the biggest Star Wars person, but you actually hit the nail on the head. The Sith are about get good. Which, in a way, makes them really, really interesting antagonists, because you can twist and interpret power for power's sake in a lot of different ways, more than just bad guy evil. Because they are unequivocally black and white evil. Like, Sith only get, like, good through redemption arcs at the end of movies, usually at the cost of their lives. It doesn't happen very often. Sith don't just turn good. The Sith are never really like an ally of convenience. They are like the evil. But you can kind of twist power for power's sake. You can kind of take that as a cornerstone with which to build a lot of different narratives out of. Like, do you destroy... Like, take Korriban, for example. Do you destroy all these ancient sites so that no one can use this power against you? Or do you, you know, have people search these relics for these powers, kill them, and take their artifacts? Do you teach at the Sith Academy the historical of respect, or do you build yourself to be an emperor kind of thing? Like, there's different ways you can do power for power's sake. it's almost a pure thing to think about, with which you can, like, it's almost pure in how corrupt it is. Ever played these games go full dark side just because I find the good stuff kind of boring? Dark side powers are really powerful. Dark side playthroughs, from what I've been told, at least to the first game, dark side is kind of easy mode. Because, like, you can self-heal to hell and back. I think from what I've seen of Krea's dark side powers in this, dark side seems kind of, not free, but there's a lot you can do with it. Like, dark side powers are really interesting by comparison. There's less buffs, but more you drain the health of, like, everything around you, as long as it's not a droid, and you have, like, a lot of AoE and stuff, and you have a lot of status ailments, whereas light side you have a lot of healing and buffs and stuff, which suits my playstyle a little better. At the cost of forsaking your morals. I'm starting to wonder... Hello, can I see through the environment here? I can see through the environment here. Fantastic, I love 3D games. Because no matter how polished or unpolished a game is, there's always one or two spots where you can just completely break the immersion by swiveling your camera into the broadside of a mountain. It's fantastic. Each time at the cost of forsaking your morals. A long time ago when Spoony did this, she did a light side playthrough first, and then right after did a dark side playthrough. I want to do a dark side playthrough of this as a main game someday. It's gonna be a while, because I'm gonna need a break after this game from this type of game. Like, I kinda, like... Not over Western RPGs, but good golly, are they something. You know, Bren, you'd be surprised, but... I'm in a weird place with Star Wars. I love this series. But... And I love lore, and I love world building, and you know me, you know how analytical I can get. I also don't really care that much about the series to defend it that much. Like, I am a decent Star Wars nerd. I will read all of the extended stuff that is technically no longer canon and declare it personal headcanon because it was just way too well written and way too interesting to just completely throw in the bin. But I also like the sequel trilogy in its entirety. So, you know, come at me. I liked all 3 movies. I have a favorite and least favorite of the sequel trilogy, but I liked all of them. I went to the movie theater each time, went to a big fancy IMAX theater for all 3 of them, and I came out satisfied for all 3 of them. Do I still feel that way after an analytical mindset? Probably not. Could I nitpick? Absolutely. Do I hate them? God, no. They were fun. Sometimes you go to a Star Wars movie just to see people fighting with glow sticks. Sometimes that's what you do. I think that's the hottest take of all, though, Q, is liking both 8 and 9. I think that's the hottest hot take. And I could get into why people hate it. There are legitimate criticisms. The movies were far from perfect. But they were also far from the worst thing I had ever seen in my life. And didn't ruin the sanctity of Star Wars. There were some parts I really didn't care for, but overall I was satisfied coming out of the movie theater all 3 times. Sue me. In sport of being contrarian. And I've watched the original trilogy since episode 9 came out, because my soon-to-be roommate, you know, has Disney Plus, so I you know, watched the Star Wars movies again. And you know something? They're cool, but they're like, and I enjoy them very much. I love Star Wars, and I love the original movies, but if I were to have first watched it today, at this age, with as much content as I've analyzed over the years, I would think they were okay. But I wouldn't necessarily revolve my entire nerd life around them like I did, say, Final Fantasy. The only main Star Wars movie truly dislike is Episode 2. For me, it's Episode 1. And to a lesser extent, 9. Okay, I kind of gave away that 9 out of the sequel trilogy is the one I liked the least, but I still had fun watching it. I didn't hate it. I'm not going to go into why, because that's a can of worms I absolutely don't want to open up right now. And yes, I am going to include this in the VOD, because I didn't put up the pause screen, so deal with it. Also, like, I am kind of admitting I'm kind of done with this block for right now, but I'm going to keep talking. Episode 1 is full of memes. I did not like Episode 1. I thought it was really hammy at best. Not even Jar Jar. Jar Jar was fine. Little bit too goofy, but I guess in 1999 they kind of had to sell it to kids somehow or something. And having a goofy comic relief was whatever. It was Anakin I had the most trouble with in episode 1. Like, not the backstory of Kid Anakin basically being Jedi Space Jesus, but like, the acting was abysmal, and the only part of episode 1 I like was Liam Neeson. I'll be honest. But you have to start somewhere, and that's pretty much where I am with episode 1. You have to start somewhere. Child actors are hit or miss. In that era, they were. They're more hit than miss today, because it's actually kind of a competitive field. There are more rights for children actors, and you actually have to have talent to make it now, because so many shows that have had, you know, younger actors have shown off that, yes, kids can act better than a lot of adults, actually. But, like, 1999 was a weird time. I liked episode 2 for the exact reason I disliked episode 1, Anakin. Episode 3 had really good lightsaber duels. And that's about it for me. Maybe someday I'll do an ATC of Star Wars and piss off half the internet, but... Stranger Things in It Chapter 1, that's where I was going with both of those examples, actually, yes. Well, like, 99 was a weird time. Anakin's child actor was not good. and like, the plot was foundationally serviceable, but I didn't really enjoy... Like, anytime Qui-Gon Jinn was on screen was a good time for episode 1. And that's about it for me. I'm very, like... I'm very loose when it comes to Star Wars. It's very deep. It's got a lot of world building. It's got a lot of the things that I truly enjoy as a nerd, as someone who, like, enjoys fiction, and especially someone who enjoys fiction on an analytical level. But good golly, sometimes I just want a cheesy action film. Just get to the part where they're swinging glow sticks at each other, please. I like sword fights, and they're, like, cool glowy sword fights with the sound effects, you know? Like, sometimes I'm just here for that, you know? I don't necessarily need more than that. And I can read more into the lore for the deeper things to get that fixed, but for the movies, that's not what I'm there for, really. Like, I'm being honest. So, that's gonna do it for this block, and also me making a lot of Star Wars nerds angry, probably. I will be ignoring any and all comments on this subject for, like, VOD watchers in the future. No, this is not a discussion I wish to have. I don't care why you hated the sequel trilogy. I don't care. You will never convince me otherwise. And, yeah.